Hey Summer Reading Club teens, in this video we're going to show you how to make our letter bracelet that spells out summer. As we guide you through this tutorial, we'll have video and I'll be explaining it in audio, but we also have it written on the pictures, so feel free to pause it as you need, just so that you can get the hang of the letters as we're creating them. We hope that you guys enjoy this one and that you're able to follow along. For the purpose of this video, to explain it, I'm going to refer to these pink strings as the horizontal strings that'll go across. These are the strings that make up our letters for this bracelet. And the blue string is our vertical string that will wrap around the white band vertically, just like this. So when I'm talking about it, I'll say how many vertical times you wrap it around. So I'll say like 1 vertical wraparound or 2 and so on, and that's just how many times you wrap it around the bracelet like this. As you're wrapping it around, after you've done a few, you're just going to want to check in and maybe pull them tighter with your fingernails. This is just because you don't want any gaps, any of the white showing. So just proceed to wrap this around the bracelet until you reach the letters. So just like this, tightening it every so often and continue to wrap it around like that. Once your wrapping has reached where the template begins of the letters, we're just going to explain to you how to follow the letters now. So the first letter of the bracelet is S. I'm going to call the horizontal strings labeled by numbers, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So for this, you're going to pull back all of the strings where the black of the letter is. So you're going to pull back string 1, 2, 3, and 6 for this first one. So once you have that, you'll be leaving behind string 4 and 5, and that's all. And you'll do 1 vertical wraparound with your vertical string, just like this. Once you've done that, you're going to put back string number 2, and you're going to leave string 1, string 3, and string 6 pulled back. And you're going to do 2 vertical wraps with your vertical string. So once you have that, you just do these vertical wraps. After that, you're going to pull back string 1, string 3, string 4, string 5, and string 6. So the only one left to be covered by the vertical wrap is string 2, and you're going to do 1 more wraparound with your vertical string. Just like this. After that, you're going to pull all 6 strings back and you're going to complete 3 vertical wraparounds. This is just to separate the letters. I think on your template it shows 2, so you can choose to do 2 or 3. But you're going to do 2 or 3 vertical wraparounds with the string, just like that. Now we are on to the letter U. So first you're going to pull back all 6 strings and do 1 vertical wrap around with the blue string, in my case. Next, I'm going to put back strings 1 through 5 back like this, so I'll only have string 6 pulled back, and I'm going to do 3 vertical wraps, just like this. Then I'm going to pull back strings 1 through 5 so that they're with string 6, just like we started this letter with, and do 1 more vertical wraparound. Once you have that, you can pull all 6 strings back over, and you can proceed to do your 2 or 3 wraps around vertically to space the letters. So I'm just going to straighten out my strings before I proceed to do this and do 2 or 3 vertical wraps. Now for the letter M, I'm going to start by pulling back all 6 strings like this. And I'm going to do 1 vertical wrap. Then I'm going to proceed by putting back strings 2 through 6 back, so I'll only have string 1 pulled backwards like this. Then I'm going to proceed to do 2 vertical wraps. And then I'm going to pull strings 2 through 6 back to be with string 1. And I'm going to do 1 vertical wrap, then I'll replace strings 2 through 6 along horizontally, and I will pull string 1 back. And I'll do 2 more vertical wraps. And then when I'm done that, I will pull strings 2 through 6 backwards so that I have all 6 strings pulled back, and I'll do 1 more vertical wrap. Then I'll fold those back horizontally, and I will proceed to do my 2 to 3 vertical wraps to space the letters. For the second M, we are going to repeat that exact same process. So we'll start by pulling back strings 1 through 6 backwards against this horizontal line we've created. So pull them like this and do 1 vertical wrap. And then you can proceed to lay back strings 2 through 6 so that you'll only have string 1 out of the way. Then you'll proceed to do 2 vertical wraps with your string. And then you can pull back strings 2 through 6, so all 6 strings are pulled back, and then do 1 vertical wrap. Just like with our first M, after we're done this, we're going to put strings 2 through 6 back, and we're going to do 2 more vertical wraps. Once you've done those 2 more vertical wraps, you're going to again pull strings 2 through 6 backwards and do 1 more vertical wrap. Once you have that done, place all back forwards and do 2 to 3 vertical wraps around the band to space out the letters again. For the letter E, we're going to start by pulling back all 6 strings and doing 1 vertical wrap. Next, we will put back string 2, 4, and 5 so that we only have strings 1, 3, and 6 pulled backwards, and you're going to proceed to do 2 vertical wraps. After that, you're going to place string 3 with the other strings so that they're forwards facing, and you'll only have strings 1 and 6 pulled back. You're then going to do 1 more vertical wrap around the bracelet. Once you've completed that, you can put string 1 and string 6 back, and you're going to again do those 2 to 3 vertical wraps to space your letters. For the last letter, which is R, you're going to start by pulling back all 6 strings and doing 1 vertical wrap. After that, you're going to keep strings 1, strings 3, and strings 4 pulled backwards and put all the rest forwards and do 1 more vertical wrap. Then you will continue to have strings 1, 3, and then you'll need to pull back string 4 and put string 3 forwards again, just like the template shows, and do 1 vertical wrap. After you're done that, to finish the letter, you're going to pull strings 1, 2, 3, and 6 backwards and have strings 4 and 5 forwards and do 1 vertical wrap. After you've done this last one, your letter R is finished, and you can pull the remaining strings back facing forwards and start wrapping to the end of your bracelet. Now that you have the entire word spelt, you're going to continue to wrap vertically around the bracelet until you reach the end of the white base of it. So just continue to do those vertical wraps all the way until you reach the end. Again, every so often, just make sure that you are tightening it a little bit to make sure that you don't have any gaps showing. So just continue to do this. Make sure it's tight, adjusting it every so often. And once you've reached close to the end, we're going to end the bracelet. So I'm just going to cut the end of the string off a little bit. And you can do this a couple of different ways. You can do what I like to do and just glue the end of the string on the back of the bracelet, or you can cut a little notch in the white part of the bracelet and tuck the string into that so that it won't unravel. I like to do both actually, where I have the notch and I glue it just to be sure that it's not going to unravel on me. But once you have it fastened on the end and you can cut off the little bit of extra, your bracelet will be pretty much done and you're ready to wear it around. So once you have the extra cut off, just like I've done now, you'll be ready to wear your bracelet. You can see that it says summer on it. You might have to play around with the letters to space them a little bit and just push it around, but you'll have your bracelet done and you can wear it around, and we hope that you enjoy this one.